Expensive IEMs seems to be in season this year. Yo, back again with another first impression of 5 brand new IEMs that just came into my door. Today we have the IE300, of course from Sennheiser. We have 3 Softears RSV, RS10, and CERBERUS. And one more that I don't have the box of is the Seeaudio Bravery. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Hey friends, Tim here, welcome back to another video on Seeaudio. And today we have 5 new IEMs that I'm gonna be reviewing later on this month. This is a first impression. I've opened them up, I've tried them all for a few hours, and here are my initial thoughts. So let's start off with the cheapest one. We'll work our way up to the most expensive one, all right? First one here is Seeaudio Bravery, $279, and this, this is impressive. I really like this. First impression thoughts, it sounds so similar to the Anoli VX, which is again a $2,500 IEM. Now, of course, the level of details are night and day difference. You can't get VX level details at $200. That wouldn't make any sense. That would literally be market breaking. So it's not that. I'm talking about the tuning. The tuning on Bravery comes across very similar to the VX. It sounds almost like a more bassier VX in a way. The rest of the ranges sound extremely similar. I would say that for $279, it is so pleasant. I love the tuning on this thing. And some of you guys may know, the VX is one of my most favorite IEMs of all time. I love it for the tuning. I love it for the overwhelming level of details that it gets me. It's my #1 favorite flagship ever. And to get a similar tuning at $279, the first time I listened to these blew me away. Like, it sounds so similar, it's so satisfying, really nicely balanced, the bass is good, the treble extension is great, good treble air, good neutral mid-range. I listened to these for around 5 to 6 hours straight without even knowing. Normally when I test out IEMs, I listen for like a couple hours, I run through my playlist and then I'll write something down on the side. But no, these I just kept listening for 5 to 6 hours. I really enjoyed these so far. Very, very solid, and might be one of the best you can get under $300. We'll see in the full review. But right now, first impression, very good. Next one here is the Sennheiser IE300. I have it right here. And I must say, I watched the review from DMS talking about how comfortable these are. I think also Seos from C Reviews also said these were comfortable, and I really didn't know what they meant by that, you know, because most IEMs are comfortable to me, but these are, oh my God, like they're next level of comfort. The seal is perfect. Like, I get the easiest and most perfect seal out of these IEMs, and I don't even feel like they're even there. They're lightweight, they're small, they fit into my ears just perfectly, and there's something just so satisfying about that. I really don't like to change tips all that often and fidget around and maybe like try to move around the earpiece until it gets the right fit. I really don't like to do that all too much. So to get something that fits perfectly the first time, like the most perfect seal imaginable, that's just heavenly feeling. But what about the sound? How do these sound? I would say these sound good. They're a nice pair of V-shape with a bass focus, so it's gonna be extremely versatile for any genre of music really, except if you really don't like bass, then you might not like these all too much. But all in all, it's a very versatile kind of bassy V-shaped IEM. It's nothing that you're not familiar with, but it's done quite nicely in these. I really have no complaints upon first impression of them. I just think, again, that they're good. There's really not much else to say about it. Details on these so far are nice. For the most part, for $300, I really don't mind. I guess one thing I can say is that it really didn't wow me, you know? Like, the Bravery wowed me. These didn't wow me, but I didn't mind it either. So it's kind of like a neutral, good. Yeah, nothing to complain, nothing to really overly praise. Moving on to the big boys now, we have 3 Softears IEMs. Let's start off with the $730 Softears RSV. Now these, first time I put them on, I was like, yeah, this is great. It's great. It's so well balanced tuning. Everything sounds smooth, like just nice, smooth, great balance, great tonality. Detail retrieval is okay as well. I wouldn't say that it's like massively resolving or anything like that, but it's competent and I feel like it's quite competitive for its price range. But all in all, what you're gonna feel out of these are just pure bliss. Everything just sounds smooth, correct the way it should be. Vocals are beautiful. The timbre is beautiful. The bass here is really nice. You feel a good bass presence, but it doesn't bleed into the mid-range at all. Overall, again, just very clean, smooth, nicely separated sound, just open and clean. And I really like the signature out of these. And similar to the IE300, I have no complaints on these as well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Every song I put on it sounds nice, and there's nothing to complain. I would say that these wowed me a little bit more than the IE300 did, so there's a little bit of that wow factor. Everything just sounds clean and correct and nice and smooth. There's good bass, there's good separation, there's good amount of upper mids. It's nothing to complain. Solid all around. Really enjoyed the RSV. Next, we move on to the two very expensive soft ear models. Let's start off with the RS10. This thing is $2,099, pretty much $2,100. This is what I would call personally one of the pinnacle of Harman Tune IEMs. Yes, if you love Moondrop offerings, if you love Aria, if you love Starfield, if you love KXXS, if you love the S8, you're gonna love this. It's that easy. This is Moondrop type tuning upgraded with really good details, and that's just it. The only thing I have a big complaint about with these is the timbre. The BA timbre is strong. If you're not into BA timbre, these are absolutely a no-go. The weight on these notes, they do feel up in the air, almost heady. Now, I know some of you guys don't mind BA timbre, but some of you really don't like BA timbre. If you don't like BA timbre, these are no-go for you. If you don't mind BA timbre, then these are good. Now, are they $2,000 good? That's yet to be seen. Right now, I feel they are on the expensive side for sure, because $2,000, man, that ain't cheap. That's a lot of money. You can get a lot of stuff with $2,000. But anyways, back to the IEM. The sound is great. Tuning, fantastic. Details, great. Another very solid IEM from Softears. The only thing to complain again really is the BA timbre and maybe the price. But yeah, that is RS10. Just really great upgrade to all the Moondrop type tuning out there. All right, the last soft ear and the last one on this list, we have the Cerberus. Now the Cerberus looks extremely beautiful. I love the look on these IEMs. The first time I ever saw a picture of these, I remember commenting, I think it was on Softears Instagram or something. I was in love with how these look, and I never thought in a million years that I would get to have a chance to try this. Now here it is, I'm actually so excited. Now these have a very interesting tuning. It's neutral, the bass to the mid-range to the upper mid-range is very neutral. It's done really nicely, just like the RSV and kind of like the RS10, where everything just sounds correct and it sounds smooth and nice and easy to listen to. It's kind of like eating pumpkin pie in a way where no one really hates pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie always tastes good, and that's what I can say about all three of these IEMs. Now this one in the treble area is the most different from the other two. The treble area on the Cerberus is quite dark, like noticeably dark. And what that usually does in IEMs that doesn't do this part well is it makes the sound feel congested. But on these, for some reason, the darkness on these feels naturally dark. Like from the upper mid-range area, transitioning into the treble, the roll off there is done so smoothly that I really don't mind that these are a bit darker. In fact, I kind of like it for the relaxing feeling of it. It's just something different. I played through my whole library and I'm like, I kind of like this, you know? I'm really treble sensitive, you know? So I listen to a lot of IEMs that have a lot of treble, good treble extensions, some have aggressive treble, and a lot of my IEMs are like that. So to get an IEM that barely has any of that at all, has a really dark treble, but nicely dark treble, it was relaxing. I listened to these all day long, like from morning all the way to evening, because I just enjoyed them so much. Now, the details on these are not gonna be the greatest. Let's just be honest here. If you're missing a lot of the treble, you're missing a lot of the sparkles, you're missing a lot of the micro details. So the details on these, I would say, is just not the best, simply because of the tuning alone. I'm sure the driver that they have in here, the technology that they have in here is capable of revealing those details. It's just the tuning on these really hides them. That's just the way they're made. So you're not gonna get the most detailed IEM at $2,000. And a lot of time, that might actually be a deal breaker for a lot of you. It's a kind of a deal breaker for me as well. But hey, I'll just wait until my full review of this IEM to give you guys my full thoughts. All in all, in summary, all 5 of these IEMs that I just got in are really just great, right? Some are good, some are fantastic, like the Seeaudio Bravery is fantastic, the IE300 is just good, RSV I really like, the RS10 I really like, the Cerberus I surprisingly like, so I'm really excited for this month of September, and there you go, that's the 5 new IEM first impression. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if you've tried any of these before. Just share your experience down below. I'm sure a lot of people would love to know. And with that being said, guys, don't forget to join our Facebook group. You want to see all these videos early. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.